What's going on, guys? What's going on? What's going on? It's your guy JD. Hope all is well. Love and light, guys. Today, today's topic, guys, is we're talking about Haitians being deported to back to Haiti from Dominican Republic. Uh, this is the harsh reality, and yeah, DR is looking to deport up to 10,000 Haitians back to Haiti every day, and this is supposed to go in effect immediately. Now, as I said, guys, this is a harsh reality. And do I have my opinion on it? Yeah, and I'm sure it's going to ruffle a couple of feathers. I have a lot of respect for my Haitians. I have a lot of respect for my Dominicans. I'm not here to play devil's advocate. We can all agree to disagree on the situation. My opinion is solely based on my experience, what I know, and what I have seen. Okay, so that's why I'm giving my opinion on it, and I will allow you guys to chime on in if you guys want to come on in and give your opinion on the situation. Now, how I feel about it, basically, guys, it's no different from the United States. Let's face it. You come here into the United States illegally, you're going to get deported back to wherever you came from. That's just the bottom line. A lot of people feel, oh, Dominican Republic is racist towards Haitians, and I don't believe that. It's more cultural than anything. It's more deep rooted than what you and I know. Um, and the Haitians and the Dominicans know. They know the history of why. And I don't know to the full extent, but I do know some things. But what I will say is that how can Dominicans be racist towards towards Haitians when you have black Dominicans? Not to say that there aren't racist people in Dominican Republic, but I'm just trying to help you guys to understand that I feel like it's more of a cultural thing. Now, in terms of them deporting the Haitians back, do I think that they should? My opinion, guys, and I'm just giving my sole opinion on it. Yeah, I do. I do. Especially if you are one that is, see, the thing is, guys, all these migrants that are migrating to wherever they're migrating, whether you're migrating to DR, United States, I think what a lot of these countries did wrong is allowing the migrants in only because we don't know the background of these people. We have no clue where they came from. They could be rapists, they could be murderers. Like, we don't know what we're letting into our country. We have no idea what we're letting into our country, you know? And a lot of my Haitians might be upset about this, but I'm just going to say it. And I've said it to a lot of my Haitian American friends, and I told them straight up, I said, yo, a lot of you guys are the Haitian Americans are different from the native Haitians that are living in Haiti or residing in DR at this point. And I'm going to say this to say that, you know, I'm all about giving back and helping out the community that I serve, and you guys know that. I mean, I've got the receipts to prove what I have, the contributions that I have given back to my community. Okay, and the thanks I got was the Haitians breaking into my house. I never even said anything to you guys about it, but I have to say this because, you know, here it is. You have an American, somebody that's trying to help the community thrive, donating school supplies so that your kids can get an education. And then you guys turn around and thank me by trying to break into my house. But I'm glad that they did. I'm glad that the Haitians did break in because they couldn't get anything because my house was fully secure. They got in through the pool area. For those of you guys who've seen the layout, they got in, they managed to jump over the mountain to get inside. And then when they got inside, they had to go leave back out the same way they got in because my house was fully secure. They couldn't get out. They couldn't steal anything. Okay? So I'm glad that they did. Now it's a waste of time going in there. So now, instead of me doing the kitchen, now I got to take the money that I was going to do the kitchen with to do the whole plans for the second level, so to prevent them from coming into my fucking house. you know. So this is the kind of things that I get. So you have situations like this. You have a lot of, I'm not going to say all the Haitian migrants are bad now, I'm not going to say that, but like I said before, we have no idea who we're letting into our countries. We have no idea. Since the Haitian migrants have migrated to Dominican Republic, the crime rate has gone up. A lot of them are not contributing to the economy whatsoever. You got a lot of them that's stealing, doing bad things. So for those ones, yes, they should be deported back. They should. They should be deported back, without a doubt. You know, um, Dominican Republic is exhausted, and based on what I've seen, when I did the donation drive to the kids in my community, you guys can look at the video. Majority of those kids in that school were Haitian. Were Haitian. Dominican Republic is a third world country. They barely have enough resources to provide, for their own citizens that live there. And for the ones you're saying that Haitians are being treated bad in Dominican Republic, Haitians get free health care. They get all the things, or they get all the benefits that the Dominicans don't get. And it's no different from here in the United States. We have all these migrants that have migrated to the United States, that have exhausted, our funds. So many cutbacks on, the schooling for the kids, after school programs, and they all of these things that we have to, and it's our tax dollars is paying for this shit. It's our tax dollars. But now look at Dominican Republic. You know, they don't have social services where they're giving the Haitian migrants a monthly stipend to where they can buy food and all of that. They don't have the resources for all of that. They don't. They don't have the resources for all of that, guys. The migrants that are migrating to the United States, we have the resources. And then one of my viewers said, Jay, but you got to understand that, DR, so many foreigners are investing into Dominican Republic. Where is that money going? Where is the money going? You guys have to understand something. I mean, there's corruption in every country, but DR has this corruption. So a lot of that money is being, distributed throughout, the top officials and their families. Let's just face it. That's just what it is, you know. But we can't fault Dominican Republic for doing what they're doing. The United States should be doing the same thing. They should be doing the same thing. I pay a lot of taxes every year for these migrants to come into the country and enjoy, and I gotta constantly, I'm working my ass off, and I'm constantly trying to keep afloat. It's not right. But this is just the harsh reality of it, guys. It's the harsh reality of it. And like I said, I'm not siding, I'm just speaking facts, and I'm just stating reality. This is just what it is. This is just what it is. My honest opinion, you know, all of those 10,000 of migrants that are being shipped back to, being deported back to Haiti, it's a lot of y'all. It's a lot of y'all. Okay, what's that? Go back and take your country back. Take control of your country. There's been too much civil unrest going on in Haiti for years now. It's time for y'all to go back and rise up as migrants and take over y'all damn country. If there's 10,000 of y'all being you know, deported every day, if that's what DR plans to do, y'all need to come together as one and go back there and fight and take over your country, take back what's yours. Because as you guys can see, and then I gotta fault the Dominicans too, because y'all a lot of the Dominican officials is part of the problem. Y'all are part of the problem. Y'all want to fault the migrants for migrating there, but a lot of the army officials are accepting monetary funds from the Haitian migrants to come into the country. Okay? And I'm seeing this shit happening because in my community where I live, a lot of those Haitians that got deported are back, guys. They're back. They are back. And the reason why they got back is because they're paying to get in the country. You know? So it has to start from the top. You got a lot of corruption going on in Dominican Republic, and you have to y'all have to take accountability at some point. It's the officials that are trafficking the Haitian migrants in. If they got the money, they're taking the money and they're letting them in. Okay, so it's beyond what you and I think, and for the Americans that the Haitian Americans, and I had told my and some of my Haitian American friends can attest to how I feel, and I told them, I said straight up, y'all are different from y'all people. Y'all are. And they said they know when you are grown up and raised in a lawless environment, that's all you know is lawlessness. Okay, the Haitian Americans that live here in America, they're different. We live in a country where there's laws to protect us. So the mentality of the Haitian Americans are different from the ones that live there. This is why a lot of Haitians don't want to go back. Haitian Americans don't want to go back and afraid to go back to their countries, only because of the civil unrest. So we have to face the reality, and this is just what it is. It's an unfortunate situation. But what do you guys expect Dominican Republic to do? One thing I will advise, DR, is that y'all gonna have to do some kind of internal investigations and start firing the corrupt. Y'all have to tackle down corruption first in order for it to get better in DR. Because once you tackle down corruption, that's going to prevent all the illegal migrants coming into the country. You see what I'm saying? So that's my opinion, guys. If you guys want to chime on in, feel free. I'm just leaving this as an open discussion. This is really, it's a serious situation. And some people may say, well, why are you so concerned? I'm concerned because my money is invested in Dominican Republic. This is where I plan on spending my golden years. So I want to live in a country where it's safe. And it's the influx of migrants is just the crime rate is going up. I've seen countless of shit, on social media, like Haitians fighting Dominicans with axes and shit. I'm like, yo, this is like really, really barbaric shit going on here. You know, who wants to see that? And a person seeing that doesn't know anything about Dominican Republic, that right there, that visual right there, will just stop them or even make them think twice about going or even investing in Dominican Republic. Yeah, I got my boy sends me all kinds of stuff. He keeps me constantly updated, with Dominican news. So there's a lot of shit that I have seen is going on. Things that, people wouldn't see unless they were there, unless they know somebody that lives there to keep them informed. You know what I mean? Yeah. But as I said, it's this is just my opinion, and I'm basing it on what I see and what's going on. DR just cannot, they don't have enough resources to provide, for the amount of influx of Haitians that are coming in. And they're coming in day by every day. They're coming into the country. They barely have enough funding for their kids for schooling, you know? So, you guys gotta don't be so quick to judge DR, because the propaganda is real. It's real. The media loves to make put Dominican Republic in a bad light. And it's drop the link, Jay. All right, I'm gonna send it to you right now, guys. I'm gonna send the link to La Nikki, and for any of you guys who want to chime on in the conversation, um, I'm gonna give you guys uh the opportunity to do that. All right, so just give me a minute. I'm gonna send La Nikki. I'm gonna send you the link, and then you can put it in the chat. And for those of you guys who want to chime on in, this will be your time to do so. All right. Just give me 1 minute. 1 minute here.
I think your phone is on mute, Jay.
It is on mute. It was on mute. My bad. Yeah. So, what's your take on that, Nick? I mean, if I'm wrong, tell me I'm wrong. Tell me. And I tell people we can agree to disagree on this all day, but this is my experience. This is what I see, and this is pretty much what's happening. This is the harsh reality of it. So, what's your take on it?
First and foremost, can you hear me good?
Uh huh.
You can hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you clear. Go ahead.
Okay, great. I completely agree with you 100%. And I think that it's important that we continue to have these difficult conversations because, like you said, everybody wants to, look at all the positives and let's just go along to get along. But at the end of the day, this is really important stuff. And I feel the same way as you. Like, I plan on having a life there. So,
Right. and
yeah,
and a family and raising kids there too. You see what I'm
exactly.
saying? So this is important to me. I'm setting a legacy for my family. So I want my kids to grow up in Dominican Republic and feel safe, and not just feel safe, have a voice. To have a
Right.
voice. You know, so yeah.
Well, I was happy to hear that that those folks got caught and stuck and had to figure out a way how to get out of there without getting your stuff. I've seen other videos like that. And
Hmm.
every time I love to see it because it's like, listen, it's 2024.
Uh
People are
huh.
getting smart. People are defending themselves and all of that. So one of the things that my husband and I were talking about, I want to say maybe about a month ago, we were talking about getting an arms, some for the house, like
Yeah,
a pistol.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I feel the same way, and I never, I'm from New York. The gun laws here are strict as hell.
Yeah,
To get a gun in New York, you basically gotta, to fight tooth and nail to get that. You know what I mean?
right,
I never felt the need to have one, but now in this situation where and that's the thing. I feel like I put my foot in my mouth because here it is. I was advocating for the Haitian migrants there, and I'm not gonna make my this situation that happened with my house, make it bad. Put a bed, a light on the good Haitian ones that are there. But here it is where you have an American, somebody that's trying to advocate and build up, the community and help your children and your families to thrive, and then y'all gonna go in there and try to steal. It makes me not want to do and yeah, they have no idea what I had to do, to get all of those supplies down there for them. You see what I'm
right,
saying? And this is the thanks that I have gotten. It makes you think. It makes me feel like I don't want to do this shit no more.
right,
And this is what I told the president of the community. He said, at this point, they're watching my house like white on rice now, because I am an asset. There's nobody that has come into that community and have done what I have done,
right,
and you're not going to find anybody to do that. you know
right,
so for that to happen, it was just like, they have no idea how hard we have to work.
right.
Have no idea how hard we work, to to build a house, and not just helping you guys out at the same damn time, and then you taking away from what I'm doing. You
E-
know,
e-
they don't
Exactly.
even realize you doing this is hurting you too, because when you do shit like that, it puts me in a situation where I can't help. I
Right.
can't. you know.
I, I honestly think that at some point in the future, it's going to get so bad to where the military and the police and all those guys are going to have to be as a barrier, for those who have and for those who don't, because it's just getting out of hand. It doesn't make any sense. Like,
Hmm.
and when you're talking about, Haitians going back to Haiti, trying to band together and get, everything in order, really and truly, I wish that that would happen, but
Uh
it
huh.
just seems to me that, they don't have the resources, they don't have the education to do so. There's not enough people that are educated enough to work
Right.
together to make it happen.
Hmm.
um, I think about even the infrastructure of the Dominican Republic. I
Right.
think that finally they're starting to kind of notice we need to kind of get on board with these foreigners, Americans and Europeans,
Hmm.
and learn and understand, well, what have they been doing that's been working for their country? We
Right.
want that type of money to come in our country. But at
Hmm.
the same time, they are still so god dang far behind as it relates to technology and the education. It's just not enough.
I don't think that they're far behind in the sense that corruption is preventing them from advancing. You see
For
what I'm
sure.
saying? Corruption is the reason why Dominican Republic is not advanced the way it should be, and it's just proven. Even when it comes to building up the infrastructure, you seen what happened when they had that bad flooding in Santo Domingo. Or can you imagine being in your car and the fucking wall collapsing on you? And
Oh
that's
my God.
because yeah, that was horrific. Like yo, catastrophic. Can you that's something that would never happen in the United States. Never. And the only reason why that happened is because they took that money and just did a shit job. You see what I'm saying? And this is the result of what this is the end result of it.
And the thing is with that specifically with that wall, I've gone through there a couple of times before and after, and it just didn't even have to be made that way. It didn't even make sense as to why that stuff was on that wall made that way. Like it
Hmm.
was there for nothing. I mean, it's just senseless.
You guys, I got like 28 of you guys in the live. I appreciate you guys chiming on in. And please be sure to hit the like, share, and subscribe. And for those of you guys don't know where the like, share, and subscribe is, this is the three dots on the top right corner that will enable you to hit the like. I appreciate you guys. And if you guys want to chime on in, listen, you can come on in and give your views. I value everybody's opinion. All I ask is that we be respectful of everybody's opinion. And yeah, that's pretty much it. It's like, yo, how are we gonna make a change if we don't talk about it? These kind of conversations need to be had. They need to be had, and I feel like if the government can't do it, our citizens' duty to make that change. Because y'all are the voice. Dominican, y'all citizens, y'all are the voice. So it's y'all duty to make it to keep I commend that. Keep protesting, fighting. For civil rights. For y'all people. You know what I mean? And then, like I said, back to Haiti. It's time for y'all to rise above and do what y'all got to do to take y'all country back. Enough is the fuck enough now. It's enough.
You know,
I mean, this has been. I mean, come on now. Honestly, this has been going on for too long. Too
I
long.
agree. But you
So.
know what?
Uh huh.
What do you think? And I feel like you did briefly speak on this once before. There's a part of me that feels like that whole voodoo thing and all this stuff that they've done, like the spiritual warfare and all of that. Like,
Uh
I,
huh.
I'm kind of feeding into that a little bit, man. I
I'm
mean, what do
not.
you think about that?
I'm not feeding into the whole, yeah, Haiti does have, is known for voodoo and shit like that, but so is Dominican Republic. Let's just be real. They do the Santa Maria. They do a lot of things that are not of God. Samana Santa. Worshiping crosses and stuff. All that stuff is. I mean, if you want to, I'm not here to get spiritual and biblical on you guys, but I'm just speaking facts, and that's just reality. So we can't say that, oh, Haiti does voodoo. So does DR. They do it. I had a girl that was doing that shit. She had one room dedicated to this little sanctuary, and I said, yo, once I seen that shit going on, I'm like, yo, you got to take those candles and get rid of it. I told her
Yeah,
straight up, get rid of that, get rid of it. And then come to find out, she was doing roots on me. She was literally. I was told that girl was doing roots on me.
that's
So
crazy.
yeah, yeah, and I believe it because I couldn't understand why I was so sucked in.
Yeah,
Yeah, I was yo. When I tell you, Nick, I was sucked in, and when I sat back and reflected on that shit, I said, yeah, that girl was she was. When I thought about it, you had that because why was that candles burning in that sanctuary and you feeding the saints and shit like that? I don't believe
right.
in none of that stuff. I'm sorry,
No, I
I
don't want
don't.
any. I
No.
don't want anything to do with it. And I think a girl actually put roots on me too.
Uh,
She was the guy that I was engaged to like a year and a half ago.
Uh-huh.
Which of course, that's not who I'm married to now, by the way. I'm married to my best friend
Uh-huh.
um, that I
Well,
met when.
that's something that we're gonna talk about on
Yeah,
Saturday.
yeah.
So y'all be sure to tune in with me and Nikki. Nikki got a whole lot to talk about this coming Saturday. Yeah, but not
But
to not to not to. Go ahead, Nick. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say that my ex, the crazy one, the girl that he was with, I think she, the one he was cheating on me with, I think she was doing brujeria on me.
Uh
Because I had seen her page and I had seen all the stuff, and I was like, you know what? I'm done with this. Y'all can have it.
huh.
No
Yeah,
thanks.
that's why I was always raised. Be careful who you eat behind. So I'm funny about that. But I'm gonna get into some. I don't want to go out of topic. I want to read some of these comments so that I don't want people to think that I'm not. I didn't read any of their comments. So GN says there's no room in school for Dominican kids. Schools are full of Haitians. They don't pay taxes. We pay taxes, and others take the benefits. And GN, you absolutely right. Whether you're female or male, it's the same way I feel here in my country. So I relate. I can relate to the Dominicans, man. For those that are paying taxes and paying into the economy, like and they all we continuously do is pay, and we don't reap any of the fucking benefits. So I totally get it. I totally get it. I do. I
Absolutely.
do.
Yep.
I can't fault the Dominicans for feeling the way they feel, man. I'm feeling the same. And this is one of the reasons why a lot of us Americans, for you Dominicans that don't know, the ones that live in DR, I'm talking about. A lot of them don't speak English, but this is one of the reasons why a lot of us are leaving the country, getting the fuck out of America.
Yep.
Escaping all of this bullshit. Even in New York, the United States has become such a money grab. It's fucking horrendous. It really is. Like living in New York City, it's to the point where during after COVID, they tried, or the United States tried to find every which way they could possibly find to recoup that money back from COVID. Oh, and they did. They definitely did. And the way they did it was they implemented all of these traffic lights throughout the city. So if you're going over 20 to 25 miles per hour, you're getting a ticket.
Wow.
That's how. Yeah, yeah.
I didn't
So
know that.
they have regulated the speed limit in New York City to the point where people are catching tickets left, to the point where I know about 10 people that the city of New York got on payment plans, and if you don't pay, your car is being towed. This is the kind of shit that we got to deal with here in the United States. So they did find a way to recoup this money back. And then
That's
here it is,
crazy.
they're giving all of these migrants Obama phones, and they have access to health care. They have access to food stipends every month.
Yep.
Where we just constantly. Last year, I owed $5,000 fucking dollars in taxes. You know what
That's
I mean?
insane.
It's insane. It's insane. So it's frustrating for me, and all the other law-abiding citizens here in the United States who are paying into the economy. This is
Yeah, for
why. I, this
sure.
is why. This is why. I tell a lot of my viewers, because I said this before, when I looked at the analytics on my channel, a lot of my followers are predominantly males, and then the rest make up females, but the age bracket is between 35 to 55. So that tells me that there's a lot of us that's trying to get the fuck out, trying to find a
Yeah.
way out of
Right.
this. You see what I'm
Right.
saying? Only because it's just gotten to a point where it's not even enjoyable to live here.
Well, I think about the fact of you being up north, and the rents are absolutely insane. Like, to think about the fact that after, let's say, 5 years, can you imagine how much was paid in rent? 5 years?
Listen, I don't even want to talk about that. I've been in my apartment for 10 years, and I when I did the math, I done paid almost to 200,000, thousand USD. I have paid, and this is coming, and what makes it more even depressing is the fact that, I'm somebody that makes six figures a year, and I can't even afford to buy a multi fucking family unit here in the city that I live.
Yeah,
That that
exactly.
that that's a problem. This is a problem, and this is why I tell a lot of the guys, a lot of my viewers who are in that age bracket, you really need to rethink about how you are investing your money in the United States. You
Yep.
especially if you are over the age of 40 and you are middle class like myself, is it really, ask yourself, is it really worth it investing in real estate and buying a home in the United States? And see, what a lot of people don't know is that, as you get older, you start finding this shit out.
Right.
I wasn't, knowledge is power. So I realized, when my grandmother lived old enough to pay off 2 mortgages, okay?
Yep.
And what happens is, once you pay off your mortgage in the United States, your taxes automatically go up. Your property, so it's like you don't win, you can't win. You can't win
Right.
here. And then let's just say you paid your mortgage off and you're on a fixed income. And your taxes are going up. You end up losing your fucking house because now you want a fixed income. And in the way the economy is going now, you know, even your Social Security won't be enough to live off of. Let's just,
Well, they're saying
especially if
we're not even going to have any. That's what they're saying.
exactly. So this is why I'm just like, I'm glad that I did what I did at the time that I did do it. And trust you and believe you me, guys. It's not shit. All of what you guys may see me doing, it's not as easy as you think. I'm sitting here trying to find another way to squeeze out, a nickel or a penny. You know what I mean, to get the job done. But the reality is, man, I want to have the United States, and I want to be able to move to Dominican Republic feeling safe, without all the drama that's going on with the flux of Haitians. Because let's just face it, as I said, since they have migrated, the crime rate has gone up at a rapid pace. Not just the crime, and then you got to ask yourself this: the migrants that are there,
Mm-hmm.
what are they going there for?
Right.
The migrants that are coming to the United States, they know that there's opportunity there. They
Right.
know that once they get there, they're going to get a stipend, they're going to get shelter, they're going to get food. So it's different in the Dominican Republic. They're going there, with the idea that there's hope, and then once they get there, it's a sad reality for them.
Absolutely.
And then there's no way. They don't even. They're there, but can't even contribute to the economy.
That's right.
How are they contributing to the economy, being there?
And then, the other thing about it is too, the constant having to look over your shoulder. I cannot even imagine having to live like that. I mean, even when I'm there as a dark skinned American woman, I always keep my passport on me for that reason, because I am
Yeah.
terrified
Yeah,
of being deported.
you can get easily mistaken from being, for being Haitian. Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah.
And it's like, I can't imagine actually being an illegal Haitian living there. I mean, I don't know how they do it. It's just, it's not worth it to me. I
Go
couldn't see
ahead, keep
myself doing
talking. I
it.
don't want you to think that I'm losing. I'm going. I just have somebody else that wants to chime on in, so I'm sending them the link.
Okay, got you. And I was gonna actually try to copy and paste it here, but I remember that on this phone, when I do that, it kicks me out completely. So that's the only reason why I didn't copy and paste it there in
Okay.
the chat. Sorry about that.
Nah, you're good. You're good. And guys,
So
I got 29 of you guys in here. Please be sure to hit the like, share, and subscribe. I'm gonna go back to some of these comments here. Uh, Man, my last trip to the Panama King says, my last trip to the DR, police can refuse me for a Haitian. Me and my son got frisked until I pulled out my passport. That shit was crazy. Yeah, I mean, that's to be expected. I don't take offense to that. I've been pulled over, many a times, by the police. Most of the times they just looking for a couple of pesos. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just like, here you go.
make it easy
Clarity.
for yourself. I don't
You're
blame you.
right. Oh, okay. I'm gonna add Flexi Mundo in.
Chacho, papi, ¿qué es lo que tú dices, nene?
¿Qué lo que? ¿Qué lo
¿Qué lo
que?
que? ¿Qué lo va?
What's going on?
Activo.
Te
Que
van
lo
a
que.
matar. No,
Todo
how you
bien,
doing?
tranquilo, hermano. Dímelo.
Tranquilo. I just got back from outside, man. I was doing a video quick. How
I
you guys
see.
doing?
Yeah. So what you think? What you think about this whole propaganda with the the Haitians being deported back to Haiti, man. What do you think? And you're Dominican. This is coming
Yeah.
from the guys. As you know, I don't want y'all to think I got Dominican friends just as much as Haitian friends. I got deep respect for both sides. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not here to play devil's advocate. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So my thought on the Haitian situation. So, from what I've seen, my experience, I believe that most of the Haitians that are going into the Dominican Republic, the majority are going in for a better opportunity. How we know this because DR is an upcoming country, right?
Right.
So from what I've seen, like the reason why they're complaining so much is because of schools and like all the jobs are getting overpopulated with Haitians, right? Because they a lot of when you go to the colleges, I don't know if you've seen the college in the capital. There's a lot of Haitian students,
Uh-huh.
and they're looking for good opportunity. But like I understand where you come from when it comes to illegal. If you're illegal, you should find the right way to get into the country, right? You shouldn't be there if you're illegal, and then it creates a lot of like a lot of criminals and things like that. But
Right.
I'm not 100% with the whole send them back, only because we need the Haitians.
Uh-huh.
I remembered there was one time when the Haitians were deported. The majority of them were deported to DR.
Uh-huh.
And bro, I saw that the change was like this. Like when I went to Santiago, it was a zombie zone.
Uh-huh.
All the markets were dead. The money wasn't floating the way it should have been floating, but the way it was floating before when they were there. Because the
Right.
Haitians are the backbone of the Dominican Republic. They move the economy because they bring in goods. So I
Uh-huh.
consider Haiti to be like the. I don't know if everybody's like agree to what I'm saying, but I feel like Haiti is like the Morocco of the Caribbean.
Uh-huh.
Ah,
Everything flows through Haiti and comes in, and we get things for cheaper prices. So they're like the backbone of the country.
Uh-huh. I
That's what
mean,
I
and
see.
I can agree with you as far as them being the backbone in terms of the workforce. You know,
Yeah,
they yeah. When it comes to construction and that, and I'm like I said, I'm all for keeping them, but do it the right way. That way, when you're coming into Dominican Republic, you are contributing to the Dominican economy.
yeah, they
And
yeah,
that's my thing, Flex. Like,
yeah,
the ones that are there, the migrants that are there illegally, how are they contributing to Dominican economy if they're not working? And then if they're not working, ask yourself, what the hell are you doing? You're
yeah,
stealing, you're robbing people, and when people are faced with poverty, morality goes out the window, bruh.
yeah,
It goes out the window. They any means, they'll do whatever it takes to get that dollar. So
yeah,
that puts, with that kind of situation, it puts you, me, and Nikki, foreigners that's investing in Dominican Republic, it puts us at risk.
yeah. I
Let's
know
just
what you're saying.
face
Yeah.
it.
See, the problem is that with the Haitians, like from what I've seen, there's certain areas in the Dominican Republic right that have Haitians. So this is what happens. So they have a whole bunch of them coming into the country, right? And they say they contribute to the economy, right? They work in constructions because anyone who's been to DR goes to these private sectors where they have buildings and constructions. You know that the majority that you see there are Haitian people because
Right.
they can charge a lot. So these investors are like, hey, if they charge me less, I'm going to pay them more, right?
Uh-huh.
So I'm gonna pay them instead of paying more for somebody who's gonna charge me more. So what happens? From what I've seen, I've noticed that fine, they have them working, but then they put them in these sectors where they put them all together, overpopulated, and
Uh-huh.
it's like they forget about them. Like they keep them there. It's like when you go into a hood, right? A certain neighborhood, and it's a neighborhood that you see nothing but Haitians, right? They
Mm-hmm.
don't do nothing about it. They have them there living like in the gutter, and they don't help them or anything. So what's gonna happen? They living there. They're living, in bad situations, like and
Uh-huh.
some of them turn to other things like selling drugs, petty crimes, and things like that.
Right.
And then what they do is like, for example, in Puerto Plata. In Puerto Plata, you whoever lives in Puerto Plata here, they know exactly. When you drive in Puerto Plata, you get there's a couple of stops, right? Going to Santiago, there's a couple of
Right.
stops.
Right.
They're
Yeah.
stopping to make sure there's Haitians there because Dominicans, we pay them, we bring them from the border the same way they do in the U.S.
Uh-huh.
We're charging them, hey, come, I'm gonna charge you this much, bring
Right.
you in, and get you to work for me.
And see, that's
And
the
they
that
throw
and
them then,
that's
huh?
and that's part of the problem,
Yeah, because they're
Flex.
throwing them to the streets. Once they're finished with them, we don't need you no more. What they do, they don't bring them back to Hades. They keep them there. They just throw them out, and now they got to fend for themselves.
Right.
wow.
So that's
Right.
the problem.
And that's that
Right?
creates a bigger issue for the Dominican economy,
Yeah.
and that's why it goes back to what I said. the government is part of the problem. Whether we want to believe it or not, because if you are trafficking the migrants in, for monetary funds, what does that say about your integrity as an official? You know what I'm saying? And then it affects the whole country. It affects
Yeah.
the whole country.
Yes.
We all know that the Dominican education system is not so great. So
The
to
Dominican,
have, huh?
the Dominican education system.
Yeah,
Good. Good.
yeah, it's the education is not as good as the United States.
Yeah, but
It's
we
not
no,
it's
but we
not
have, but no, but we have a good education system.
I'm
We
not
have one
saying
of the
I'm
best.
not saying I'm not saying put it this way. If you get a degree from, let's just say you're studying for nursing in
Yeah.
Dominican Republic, your credentials is not acceptable in the United States. You can't even take a NCLEX, whereas in Philippines, their credentials are accepted. All they got to do. So this is just an example of what I'm saying. You want to be you want to. I mean, for me, if I'm having raising a family in Dominican Republic, I want my kids to be able to have a grow up with a good education. If they decide to go to the United States, I want those credentials to be accepted. So there's a lot of things that have to change, in terms of, how things are being done in Dominican Republic. And I think over time it will, especially, since there's a huge amount of foreigners that are investing in Dominican Republic. You got foreigners who are raising their families in DR, who are, putting their kids in private school only because, the school system is not as you see what I'm saying?
No, I know what you mean, but we no, no. I know what you mean. I know what you mean, but we do have a good educational system because the thing is that not all schools are good. I agree on that. But
Right,
we have schools
right.
that people with money could pay for. Those are good schools, and we
And
have
and you
schools.
know what? So let me rephrase that. The
Yeah, yeah.
ones that can afford an education, they get a better education. But
Yes,
let's just
international
face
schools
it.
that have
The ones who
international
live in the
schools.
barrios, who live in the campos, they're not getting the
No,
proper education. They're
no,
not. They're not. They're not.
unless they have
All
money
right,
to
I'm
pay for that.
I'm
Yeah,
just gonna read some more of these comments, guys. And if you got anybody that wants to chime on in, Flex, put the link in the chat so that the link that I sent you, put it in the chat. So if anybody, I honestly, guys, I
yeah. I don't
really
even
like
know how
to
to.
hear.
I'm on my
Just
mobile. I don't know how to do it. I can't do it from the mobile.
can you do it, Nikki? Can you put the link in the chat for me?
Yeah, I'll do it.
Okay. I'd really like to hear from a Haitian viewer of
This guy
mine.
said, "Who's at fault for hiring all those illegals? Dominicans are at fault for hiring illegals because the thing is, you got Dominicans going to the borders, bro. There's always going to be people doing things they're not supposed to be doing, and no matter
Right.
how much you try to control it, there's always Dominicans in the borders. The thing is that you have two borders, right? But then you have in between the borders. That's what people don't talk about. The borders where there's massacres still going on to this day. People don't talk about that. And
Uh
you just
huh.
walk those borders and there's dead bodies just being thrown away because some of them, um, it's so much that there's a border, right? There's a border that's considered Dominican and Haiti's. It's a outlaw border.
Uh
There's no
huh.
laws there. You could kill somebody, stay there, and that's it. It's done. So they're going to these borders to pick up these Haitians and bringing them.
Can you guys hear? I don't know.
Yeah, I think he went out for a second.
Yeah, he
I
went
am
out.
posting
But
the link there.
okay, so if any of you guys want to chime on in and come on in and give your view of opinion on the topic about do you think Haitians should be deported back to DR? And Flex, I don't know if
Yeah,
you.
not all,
Oh,
but yeah,
okay,
they
there
should
you
be.
go. There you
They
go.
should be. They should be.
It goes back to what I said, I can't stress this enough. Just like we have border control here in the United States, it's the same. But the difference between our border control, we're not taking bribes and monetary funds you know what I'm saying, to let the illegal immigrants into the country.
Yeah.
Not and maybe so. I'm not saying that it doesn't happen. Who knows what happens behind closed doors, but it's not as profound as it is in Dominican Republic. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
Somebody, it's time.
Yo, I want to know. I want to know. I want to know who just said Fleximundo está perdido. I want you to comment, brother. If you say I'm perdido, I want you to comment right now and say why I'm perdido on that one, on that subject.
What does that mean? What
Some
does that?
GN
Someone said
said
he was lost.
Fleximundo is lost. I want you to clarify for me that comment and defend the comment before you. I want you to
Okay,
clarify that
well,
comment
okay, guys.
because we
So
have a lot of effed up, fucked up, ignorant Dominicans in this world, and I'm definitely gonna be honest with that. So I want you to
okay,
clarify the comment to me,
all
buddy.
right, guys. Listen, I don't want to. I don't want to make this this topic a topic of guys, just be respectful. You know, we
I
all
got
have
nothing against yo,
opinions.
bro. I got nothing against Haitian people. I love Haitian people, but the thing is, like he said, you do the right way. But bro, it doesn't mean we got to deport all the fucking Haitians back to Haiti, bro. What are you doing what are you doing to help the economy in the DR right now? Let me know what you, Gian, are doing to help out the economy.
So I want to tell you this really quickly. I put it in the chat, but it blocked it out for some reason. It says
It
that.
said private. It said private. It says private. Yeah, yeah. So it won't. I guess I probably have to change that. But you know, it goes back to what I said. You know about
Yeah.
the United States and our border control here. We, we're not taking bribes. And the government, the Dominican government. Like I said, I'm not against the deportation. That's just my opinion. But at the same time, the government needs to take accountability. We're part of the problem, y'all. And the only
Yeah.
reason why I feel like they're making this press release about it is because the citizens are being affected. You see what I'm saying? The
They are
politicians
being
aren't.
affected.
They're
Yeah, they are
living in
being
their
affected. Yeah.
they're living in their fancy villas. You know what I mean? While the ones that are living in the campos and the barrios, those are the ones that are really being affected by it. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
now that they, the citizens of the Dominican Republic are starting to rise up, it leaves the government no choice but to say something and address the situation. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. So going back to the part that you're saying, the reason is because, like I told you, there's places in DR, there's neighborhoods in DR that have a big population of Haitians,
Uh-huh.
and they have them, they abandon them. It's like, for example, like I told you, people bringing them from the DR, you do a job, and that's it. I don't need you no more. So what's gonna happen now? You have an illegal resident living in the Dominican Republic with no papers, no formal work. What are they gonna do? You feel me? They're gonna find other means of making money. So what they do is they come up to like like the thing that happened in the Capitol. I bet a lot of people don't know the history about Caputillo, how Caputillo became Caputillo, how Gualey became Gualey. They don't know the history, right? With the
Mm-hmm.
money they bribe people to get them out, right? They gave them those apartments, and most of the people even sold their places to make money, and now they're living in the gutter, right? They don't know the history. So the same thing is happening with the Haitians. Like they come in, it's not the same thing, but they're coming into the country, they're giving them jobs. Then we don't need you no more. You don't need it's like you understand what I'm saying? You don't need them no more. You throw them
Yeah,
onto the
no,
streets because you
I
don't need
get
them
it.
now. Where are they gonna go? And now you have them in the
And
streets committing
I
crimes or this
get
and
it.
that. I understand that part.
Bro, I totally get it. They take advantage of the ones only because they know it's cheap labor. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
And it's all about the money. Let's just face it,
yeah.
guys. They're letting the migrants into the country. A lot of Haitians is known for
Dominicans at fault.
construction.
Dominicans at
You got a
fault.
lot of these.
Dominicans at fault of this.
I'm not saying. I listen. That's why I
Yeah,
said. The government has to take accountability. They
yeah,
have to take accountability. It's the government. It's the government
yeah.
because they're the ones that's letting them in. You know what I'm saying? Even before this whole migrant thing, Haitians have been coming in, sneaking into the Dominican Republic for years. You know, and it's the army that's taking the bribes. Taking the money. And this is
Hmm.
why this situation this is the reason why it is the way it's now. It's gotten out of control. And
Yeah.
and to be honest with you, I will say this. If I were an official or the president of the Dominican Republic, at this point, you know, you're going to spend more money deporting 10,000 Haitians every day. You know how much money that is to get them back over there? So now you're wasting more money. So it's like, yo, why don't you just, the ones that are there, you know, make them legal, give them their papers so that they can contribute to the economy. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
The ones that
yeah.
have been in jail, that's got
But
criminal backgrounds, ship their asses back to Haiti. You see what I'm saying? But the ones that are there, just trying to make a life, a better way of life for not just themselves but their family, and they don't have no criminal background, and they're not getting into any trouble. Those are the ones that they should be helping. Helping them to get
mhm,
their papers so that they can become citizens of the Dominican Republic and contribute to the Dominican Republic economy. That's just my
yeah.
take on it.
This guy said, all you can say is if you're black in the U.S. citizen, carry a passport. It doesn't really mean because you're black, they're gonna assume you're Haitian. If you
Right.
speak
Yeah.
English, they're gonna, yeah, they're not gonna.
All the times that I have gotten pulled over in DR is not because they thought I was Haitian. They knew damn well I
They
was a
off the back, yeah,
gringo.
off the back,
They
yeah.
knew I was a gringo. They was like, yo, you already know what time it is. So and
Yeah.
when I get pulled over, I always make sure I have 2 to 400 pesos on the side because I already know that's what y'all looking for. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? But I have never gotten pulled over, and them questioning my nationality. Nah, that has never happened to me. I'm just gonna read some more of these comments. It's 42 y'all in here, and see, this is the thing, man. These are the kind of conversations that need to be had. I feel like this topic is a wholesome topic. It's not, and everybody has their opinion, and everybody's entitled to their opinion. As long as we give our opinions without the animosity and the racial shit, I don't have no problem. We can agree to disagree all day, but at the
Yeah.
same time, I feel like these are the kind of conversations that need to be had. How are we going to get better as a whole? How are we going to progress if we don't have these kind of topics so that we can, talk about it and try to make a difference and a change? You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
For sure. Um, Panama, I'm supposed to fly into DR after leaving Panama in a few weeks. Uh, Augustine, oh my God, I die. I'm a Haitian. I live in Dominican. Yeah. Dr. Dr. H.P. Black, PhD. No, U.S. corps aren't taking bribes or illegals to enter. They aren't just exploiting the cheap labor. Exactly. Yeah, and you're right.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like, what goes on a lot in Dominican Republic is the exploitation of cheap labor.
Yeah.
It happens a lot, and it's not fair. It's not fair to the Haitian. I don't feel I like to pay people what they're worth. You understand what I'm saying? And if they started doing that in Dominican Republic, it would only boost the economy more. You understand what I'm saying? It would only boost the economy more because now, if you're paying the
Yeah.
Haitians what they're worth, because a lot of people say, oh, the Haitians, when they do work here, they don't contribute to the Dominican Republic economy. All they do is send the money back to Haiti. All they
They contribute. They
well,
contribute.
it's no different from here. Dominicans and whatever country you're from and you living here in the United States, once you start working, you're not only contributing to the to our economy because you're paying taxes, but whatever money you get left after that, you have every right to send it to your country to help your family out. So when
Mm-hmm.
people say that, I think it's just ignorant. I think
Yeah.
it's just ignorant. You know, but yeah,
I consider contributing to a country was even buying a water bottle.
what'd you say?
Contributing to economy is like why is even buying a water bottle?
Exactly. But that's the only way. That's the only way, man. You're gonna see, growth in Dominican Republic. Y'all
Yeah.
know that the Haitians are the backbone of the workforce. Pay them what they worth, so that they can contribute to the economy the way they're supposed to. First of all, grant them the citizenship, so that they can contribute, because that's the only way they're gonna be able to contribute to the Dominican Republic economy is
Yeah.
by making them legals, so that they can pay taxes. You know what I'm saying? And
Wait,
then,
how does that work when a Dominican gets their paycheck? They have
uh,
taxes that come out of that or no?
uh, I'm,
Yeah, they get taxed.
yeah, they pay taxes. They have to. Yeah, yeah, they pay a
If
certain
they work on
amount
the
of
books, yeah,
taxes.
they get taxed. If they don't, then they
Yeah,
just get cash.
yeah.
See, that's the thing. Like a lot of people that I know, they get paid cash.
Right,
Yeah.
So, I mean, I
and
guess it
and that's
depends on what type of work they're doing too.
and that's the part. That's part of the problem. This is another reason why the economy is not growing. We all know the Dominican Republic generates most of their money through tourism,
Mm-hmm.
and sex trafficking. I mean, let's just say it, sex exploitation going on in the.
Yeah.
That's how the money is being made. That's what's growing the economy in Dominican Republic. But if Dominican Republic has the ability to become the strongest Latin American country in terms of their economy, only if they did, revamp some things. You know what I mean? In terms of their work labor laws.
It's Latin American country, like all Latin America.
Uh huh.
You mean like what, like South America too, or no?
No, I'm talking about Latin America.
Oh,
I'm
okay,
talking
okay.
about Latin America.
Yeah.
Because let's just say it like,
Well, they are the biggest ones in Latin America now. Like, oh no, we got Mexico, obviously. We got Mexico,
yeah,
but
yeah. I was just about to
Mexico
say,
is a whole different ball game.
yeah, yeah,
So, but as for the smaller countries on the side, like Panama, not Panama, like maybe Costa Rica, but it's in the Caribbean. Yes, it is the biggest one. But
Yeah, it
yeah,
is. Everybody, listen. Everybody, DR is like the New York of Latin America. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah, yeah.
It is. It's facts. It's like the New York of, and all the Latin American
And it's
countries want
growing
to.
fast. It's growing
Yeah,
fast. It's
they
crazy.
want to be in Dominican Republic, like they do. You know, and knowing that, as a government official, you try to do all you can to boost your economy in every which way you can. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? And I think they would do so much better, like I said, if they made those migrants legals, the ones that who are not making any trouble, is looking to just support their families without,
yeah,
bringing any bad, bad business to Dominican Republic. Give them the citizenship so that they can contribute to the DR economy. But
yeah,
I honestly think that the deporting of the 10th, like, how is that even possible? 10,000 migrants a day?
yeah. They do
That
it.
that's
No,
bro.
a week, a week, a week, a week.
Okay. So but that's a little bit extreme. I think that, yeah,
Yeah.
even a week.
I'm gonna tell
I
you
feel
one
like a
thing
The
though.
month. I feel like a month is
the
more
cost to
realistic.
do exactly. But no, no, seriously, guys. Like, even in the United
Hold
States,
up.
to deport somebody, to deport somebody back to their country from the United States, it costs us a lot of money to do that. You know,
Yeah, yeah, it does.
Resources.
all of our tax
Yeah.
dollars. First of all, the difference between the United States and Dominican Republic is when you get deported in DR. I mean, in the United States, you're going to jail until you face deportation. So now
Yeah.
that could take up to 6 months to a year. So now the jail
Yeah.
system has to house you, has to feed you, and then they got to pay for your flight to ship you back. So you know how
Right.
much
Yeah.
money that costs to do that, and we're not just talking about one person here.
Hmm.
So I'm just trying to understand how is that even possible for DR to do that, especially when they're already saying that they don't have enough resources. So where are
Hmm.
you finding the resources to port them back? That costs is gas money. You still got to feed them. I know you got, because
Yeah.
now they can't do it the way they was doing it because they was catching so much flack. They were deporting them and in an inhumane way. Let's just face it. So now they have to do it in a humane way. Without hitting and all this stuff that goes on that was going on previously.
Yeah.
But it's just crazy, man. It's crazy. I just hope that it gets better over time. Only because, like I said, my money is invested into this country.
Yeah.
So I worry. I worry. I do worry.
I'm gonna
And
tell you one thing for sure. Once they deport the Haitians and they start coming back in the country again, I'm gonna be in the corner in the colmado drinking my nice little rum and saying, "Hey, what's up, guys?
No man.
Cheers. Don't mind.
Yeah,
Cheers."
no, 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 no. But that's why I said, it moved me to make this video only because, like I said, I've seen it. I have
Mhm.
seen Haitians in my community get deported, and they're back. They're back,
Yeah.
and I'm just like, yo, how is how did you get back here? You know what I mean? Yeah.
Dominicans.
And I'm not talking about 6 months later. Nah, these mofos come back in like a month or two. Yeah,
Yep.
it's crazy.
But you know
Listen,
what
they're
that happens, right?
determined, man.
Yeah. Mhm.
But yeah,
That's
guys, it's 31 of you guys on here. I didn't expect this live to go this long, and I didn't expect this amount of people to be chiming in on it, man. It's just, and this is one of the reasons I can't stress it enough. This is one of the reasons why these kind of wholesome topics need to continually be
Yeah.
discussed. Yeah, for sure. A lot of people don't like to talk about it, but
Yep.
I'll talk about it till I'm blue in the face, as black as I am. I'll
Yep.
never turn blue, but you know,
And at this moment, guys, let's take a moment to advertise Barcelona Orgánico. Barcelona Orgánico is the way to go.
oh, never, never had it before, and it's
Bro,
organic.
this is the Barcelona Orgánico, the best room I've
Look
had,
at
bro.
look
You,
at
I,
Nikki.
I
Look at
could
Nikki.
drink this
Nikki's
whole
like,
bottle.
Nikki,
You live in
Nikki
DR,
like.
Nikki?
not right now. I'll be back in December.
Okay. Well, you gotta get this, Nikki. You gotta get this.
All right, and guys,
I'll try it.
I'll be heading back down in December as well. So maybe Nikki, hopefully you make your way to Puerto Plata when I come
Yeah,
down. Yeah.
Listen, we're doing a New Year's Eve party. You are invited. I will let you know about that.
Okay.
That I might go.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you're
for
invited
sure.
too.
But guys, listen, I'm gonna end this live. We are literally an hour in. I had no intentions on being on here for an hour, but this is what happens when you have good conversation and it flows. I appreciate all the love and support. I appreciate you guys' comments. Be sure to check in this coming Saturday with your girl, La Nikki. Nikki's got a lot to talk about. It's been some odd months since we did the last live, so I'm
Yeah.
sure a lot of things has happened. Especially the whole marriage thing. You ain't even say, "Yo, J-Day, I got married." Yo,
Oh
come to
shit!
the wedding. Yeah,
Congratulations.
Thank
I wasn't
you.
even invited to the wedding. Now you got me feeling some kind of way, like Nikki. So what?
Listen, we went to the courthouse, bro.
Okay, all right, all
Eh,
right, all right.
Santo Domingo, todo el día, para que tú lo
Yo, we
sepas.
out, we 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 out.
But with that being said, guys, I appreciate the love and support. Flex, be sure to follow Flex. He's new, up and coming. With his YouTube. Flex, give him your YouTube handle, man, so they know where to follow you. Nikki, you too. Get him your handles.
I'm gonna let Nikki go first. Ladies first.
Well, as you guys can see, it's Nikki, Dios Santo, La
Delo
Nikki
ahí.
Oficial, okay, on YouTube. And I also have a wellness advocacy channel that I do, and that one's Tia Nicole Dorset, which soon I'll be changing it to Garcia since I'm Garcia now. But for now, it's Tia Nicole Dorset.
All right. And go ahead, Flex. You
And
next.
mine is Fleximundo. Fleximundo. So I just
And for
started,
those
guys,
you,
a couple of days ago. So I'm kind of I feel like kind of awkward on the camera. So don't judge me if I see some funny. But this Saturday I will be doing a video with J Day. We're gonna do a video in the Heights or maybe probably here around Brooklyn. But we're gonna interview a couple of people.
yeah, we gonna Flex.
Yeah.
Flex and I are gonna be working together a lot. This is my Dominicano homie here in NYC. For
Oh,
those
we
of
got
you who think
Nikki.
for those who think, nah, he don't got no Dominican friends in New York. Nah, I got Dominican friends here. For those of you who don't think so, but yeah. So stay tuned for all of that. Also, for you guys who want to follow me on TikTok, I'm trying to build up my TikTok platform as well. J Day the Traveler on TikTok. Follow me on TikTok. And if any of you guys want to ever come on a platform, share your experiences. With anything about DR that you feel is informative that could help people to navigate on the channel, by all means, you can reach me at taylorjayson01@gmail.com. All right, guys. Thank you guys for all the love and support. Until next time, y'all be safe out there, and I'll be talking to you guys soon. Don't forget to hit the like, the share, and the subscribe, guys. Until then,
Subscribe.
y'all take care. Peace and love.
Ya tú
Bye.
sabes. Have a good one.